And also going back to something you said about ports. Now I live in Trivandrum, and in our vicinity we have our local port is Vizhinjam, and that's doing fantastically well. In its first year, it is going at 30% above capacity, or installed capacity, and it's I think trade is something that we have not played enough of a role in, and this is something that you and I discussed. Millennia past, India was the center of Indian Ocean trade, and there is no real reason why we can't get there again. And the digital public infrastructure, surprisingly, is going to play a huge part in that. But I also wanted to go back to something you said earlier about states. There is in a federal nation, of course, there is competition between states and complaints about the center not doing enough. But in the recent past, states have been given more autonomy, and they're competing clearly. For example, Andhra Pradesh is competing extremely hard. There was some report yesterday about something moving from Chennai, from Tamil Nadu to Andhra Pradesh, etc. So the issue that we have is that everybody has been center focused, right? Business have been center focused. But is there an opportunity for them to now start looking more closely at the states and competing hard in the states themselves? What is your opinion on that?
So you spoke about the fact that states are actually getting a much higher share of the total pool of financial resources available in India. So, for example, the 14th Finance Commission actually bumped up the share of states by almost 30%. So they used to get 32% of the total money which was collected, of total revenue of which was collected. Now they get 42%. So states have a lot of leeway. Also, if you look at a significant number of policies of Government of India, they are saying that, okay, we believe this reform should happen, and this is how we believe it should happen. But it is up to the states to take it forward and do more if they want to. So we all know that the historic labor law reform came out last year. And what did it do at the core of it? We have this problem. All of us hire people, and we sometimes are scared of people because it'll be very difficult to let them go when they're not required. And you don't need a permission if you are hiring below 100 people. If you go above that, then you have to go to the government for approval, which is why a lot of our Indian firms are actually below 100 people, or they outsource that hiring. What did the labor law do? They said, okay, we'll change that limit, we'll increase it by 3 times. So it became 300 people. But they did not stop at that. They said it is up to the states to change that limit as they deem fit. So, for example, immediately after that, I don't know how many of you are tracking this, one of the South Indian states had said, we will make the limit as 10,000. So just imagine, you are at 100, you go from 100 times 100 with a single reform. So you go from 100 to 10,000. In fact, I was part of a very interesting discussion. Every state is unique. They have different resources. So Tamil Nadu has this tremendous coastline. Bihar is landlocked, but it has a lot of natural resources, etc. Everybody has to play to its strengths and understand what they can't and can offer. Bihar cannot offer that coastline. The exports and imports, the trade you spoke about, is difficult and costlier in Bihar. But what can Bihar do? Can Bihar come out tomorrow and say, if you hire up to 1 lakh people and you change your workforce, you don't need to get approval from Government of India. Just imagine one single thing they say. We have certain, like GCC is a very large sector in India. I know GCC, some of them have 50,000 people. So if Bihar comes and say, you can hire 1 lakh people, I don't care. I have nothing. I don't have jobs for my people. I can't give them social security. But what I do have is a certain policy lever to give more freedom to companies to change and operate as they deem fit. So that option is actually for the first time ever available. And I think you have to hold your local state governments, and then even taking it forward, your municipality is accountable. And the good thing is that that's happening a lot of times, because what Prime Minister Modi has put in as a vision for states is around cooperative and competitive federalism. I've been part of many discussions where we are talking about some company evaluating a few states on where to put the investment in, massive investment. What literally happens in a lot of these cases now is that the chief minister meets you, he locks up the room, he throws away the key, he says, unless you tell me what you need, I will not let you go. And once you tell me what you need, I will do whatever you need, and you have to commit to invest in the state today. That's the level at which a lot of the states are operating. Tamil Nadu is a shining example, irrespective of political dispensation. Amazing efficiency, amazing productivity. You, of course, have the traditional West Indian state. You have Andhra, which has done wonders. For example, all of us know the data center story. Vizag out of nowhere. Where has it reached? How? It's because of Chandrababu Naidu. So I think the states are where the rubber hits the road, and states is where we have to engage a lot more.